All right, number 4, just another example. We're going to find the value of n that gives us a perfect square. Again, we have a number that's not even, so we'll have a fractional value. Take the middle term, 19, divide by 2, and we're going to square it. So 19 isn't divisible by 2 evenly, so we'll leave it in this form. And then we'll square 19. 9 and 9 is 81, so I want to say there's 381. 381 over 4, because you square top and bottom. Let's double check. 19 squared. Well, there's a squared button I can use. 361. Man, I'm off today on remembering these terms. 361. So the number we need is 361 over 4. That's going to give us our perfect square trinomial. And then in the factor form, this w squared and the 19 over 2 squared. So w plus 19 divided by 2. And that'll be squared. Okay, so number 5 wants us to solve the equation. If I get a nice one, I may show you the completing the square process all the way out. I don't want to do it with this one yet. I might just make a separate video of that. So right now we have 9z equals 8z squared minus 14. I'm going to set this equal to 0 by subtracting the 9, 3, and moving it over. So we have 0 here, the 8z squared. Now the positive z moved over, we subtracted it, becomes minus 9z, and then minus 14. So this is in standard form now. We're going to do the quadratic formula. So here's the quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. A is the 8, b is negative 9, c is negative 14, and the quadratic formula is x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all of this divided by 2 times a. So we're going to be plugging in these values and then simplifying, and we'll get 2 solutions. So plug in a negative 9 to an already negative, that's a negative times a negative, this will be a positive 9 plus or minus, this will be negative 9 squared minus 4 times a, which is 9, times c. No, sorry, looking at the wrong thing. A is 8. A is 8 times c, which is negative 14. And this is all divided by 2 times 8. All right. So I'm just going to compute all of this part under the square root. I'll let the calculator do the heavy lifting. You can do it by hand. It's not really required. But I do know 9 squared is 81. Okay, so I'm going to clear out what I have, and I'll just say 81. And we're going to subtract, and then we'll open parentheses, 4 times 8 times 14, and then I'm going to click this sign to make that 14 negative, and then close parentheses. So it shows up here 81 minus the 4 times 8 times the negative 14, and that inside is negative 488, but when I hit enter, it does the math. You subtract the negative, it adds it, it's positive, so we get 529. So the part under the square root is 529. This is also called the discriminant. So we have 9 plus or minus the square root of 529, all divided by 16. Okay. So let's see if 529 is a perfect square. We're going to try to take the square root of it. Let's say square root. And it is a perfect square. We get 23. So almost to the end of my page. This is going to give us 9 plus or minus 23 divided by 16. So it'll give us two answers. We're going to have 9 plus 23 divided by 16. And then we're going to have 9 minus 23 divided by 16. So these will be our two solutions. 9 plus 23 will give us 31. 31 is not divisible by 16, so we get 31 over 16 is one solution. And then 9 minus 23, that should give us a negative 14. 9, 3, 6, a negative 14 over 16. And so negative 14 divided by 16 will reduce divisible by 2, so to give us a negative 7 over 8. Okay, so this will be our solution set, our two answers, 31 over 16 and negative 7 over 8. Doesn't matter which order you put them in, just so long as you get both answers. Separate them with a comma. So let me just look and double check, make sure we did all the math correct. So we got 23, 32, I can't do math. 32 divided by 16 is 2. Okay, so this should be 32, and 32 divided by 16 is equal to 2. So if you can do math, you can get problems correct.